Ooh, ooh. I can't tell if you can hear me. I'm gonna mess around with the audio settings for just a little bit. Ooh, 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 ah, ah. I'll do, but I am just excited to be here to sing for you. Do-do-do. King of shadows, king of shades, Hades was king of the underworld. I can't ever hit that note. Also, I should say that I'm singing Epic 1 from Hadestown so that I don't get in trouble. But he fell in love with a beautiful lady who walked up above in her mother's green field. He fell in love with Persephone. I also haven't heard this song in over a month, so I'm just singing from memory. He fell in love with Persephone, and he took her home to become his queen, but the sun never shone on anyone. The lady loved him, and the kingdom they shared, but without her above, not one flower would grow. So King Hades agreed that for half of each year, she would stay with him there in his world down below. But the other half, she could walk in the sun, and the sun in turn burned twice as bright, which is where the seasons come from, and with them the cycle of the seed and the sickle, and the lives of the people and the birds in their flight, singing la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. But that was long ago, before we were on this road. You know what? I'm gonna share with my Tumblr. Just oh, I got a super powerful mic, and you can't even see it. If I go right here, I can whisper for ASMR purposes. Isn't this so lovely? Wouldn't you like to fall asleep to this? I don't know how to ASMR, please forgive me. You know, this would probably be much more entertaining if there was an audience. On the road to hell, there was a railroad track. There was a train coming up from way down below. She's gonna ride that train, ride that train. She's gonna ride that train, ride that train. She's gonna ride that train till the end of the line, 'cause the king of mine is coming to call. Did you ever wonder what it's like on the underside? Way down under on the underside, way down yonder. Oh, this one's way down Hadestown, from Hadestown. But I still also haven't heard this song in probably 2 months, so forgive me if there's inaccuracies. Ooh, that's bad. Don't mind me, nothing happened. Anywho, Way down, Hades down, way down under the ground. Hound dog howl and whistle blow, train come a rolling clickety clack. Everybody trying to get a ticket to go, but those who go, they don't come back. They're going way down, Hades down, way down under the ground. I don't know this song well enough to sing it, so I'm gonna sing a different song. Do 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 do. I'm more familiar with When the Chips Are Down from Hades Town. What you gonna do when the chips are down? Now that the chips are down. What you gonna do when the chips are down? Now that the chips are down. Help yourself to hell with the rest, even the one who loves you best. What you gonna do when the chips are down? Now that the chips are down. What you gonna do when the chips are down? Now that the chips are down. What you gonna do when the chips are down? Now that the chips are down. Take if you can, give if you must. Ain't nobody but yourself to trust. What you gonna do when the chips are down? Now that the chips are down. What you gonna do when the chips are down? Now that the chips are down. Aim for the heart, shoot to kill. If you don't do it, then the other one will. What you gonna do when the chips are down? Now that the chips are down. What you gonna do when the chips are down? Now that the chips are down. And the first shall be first, and the last shall be last. Cast your eyes to heaven. You got a knife in the back. Nobody's righteous. Nobody's proud. Nobody's innocent. Now that the chips are down. Now that the chips are down. The first shall be first, and the last shall be last. Cast your eyes to heaven. You got a knife in the back. I think she was an understudy. I don't know. She was something. Pretty sure she was an understudy. So anyway, one of my favorite musical, one of the two leads was an understudy for the Fates from Hadestown. So now I'm gonna sing her musical. It also has Jonathan Groff, but I think it's before Jonathan Groff got famous. Jonathan Groff. What's his name? It doesn't tell me. Anyway, I must sing. This one's called Hear Me Out, and it's from 36 Questions. Whoever you are, you share a lot in common with my husband Jace. You have the same car, so either he sold it or maybe you stole it and didn't change the plate. So I feel like I know you, like we've met before. I drove like 27 hours to get to this place. If you were him, you'd open up the door. I know you're there. I know you're listening. You deserve to get to know. That's the That's too high. I cannot finish that. Okay. You deserve to get to know the person you're trying your damnedest to let go. I know you care. I get this problem very often, where either I sing too high or too low, and I can't hit the low notes, or I can't hit the high notes, or I can't hit the high notes without it hurting. It sucks. Whoever you are, you have 1,000 reasons not to trust whoever I am. For whatever it's worth, I also have no clue as to who I actually am. But I know this is the first. But I know this is the first time in my life that I am sure. I drove like 27 hours, replaced 2 tires during a storm. That was the wrong melody, but I think I did okay. And I won't leave till you open up the door. I hear you there. I hear you there. Something you deserve to get to know the person you're trying your damnedest to let go. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Let me in. Let me in. Let me in. Let me in. There are mosquitoes everywhere. I think they're eating me alive. I love the musical so much. It's much better with the background music because then you get to hear the violins and they go, ooh, violin time, violin time. Next song. Now this is a Jonathan Groff song. One thing, I came out here for one thing, and that itty bitty one thing was to forget about you. But I guess I've learned something. There's never really one thing, 'cause pretty quickly one thing evolves into 2 or 3 or more. For example, see the light in the hallway? It was always flickering. Ever since I was little, it was always flickering. After 3 days here, it was unbearable. My list grew to fix the light bulb and 1. Forget about you. Drove to town, bought a bulb, one of those new LEDs, brought it in, put it in, but the wires weren't connecting. Suddenly they went on the fritz. My list grew. 3, rewire the ceiling, 2, fix the light bulb, and 1, forget about you. So I went to the attic, and to my utmost delight, there it is, black mold, killing us slowly each night, and I feel it's my duty to remove it. My list grew. 4, kill the black mold, 3, rewire the ceiling, 2, fix the light bulb, and 1, forget about you. Yeah, but my one thing is really just, I'm not done. See the tarp in the hallway that used to be a gallery wall, lots of pictures, super classy. Said I had to make the call, but In scouring for mold, I had to take the place apart. Because sometimes to solve a problem, you follow it back to the start. When I tried to rebuild the wall that I'd taken down, I discovered 2 holes burrowed right into the ground, and I didn't have the heart to kill 'em, so my list grew. But then the cement that I found to fill in the gaping holes wasn't good, it didn't stick. Apparently cement can go old? I'm trying to fix one thing, I made everything worse. My list grew. 9 buy new cement. 8 take care of this dock I found. 7 clean out the pipes for the bathroom and the kitchen. 6 rebuild the wall. 5 keep out the past. 4 kill the black mold. 3 rewire the ceiling. 2 fix the light bulb. And 1 forget about you. I think it's lovely to see you fix up this old house, because you want it to be nice for your family. But I think maybe you're obsessing over things you can control, hoping to control your feelings for what? No. So you came here looking for one thing, and you're saying that one thing was to forget about me. Well, all I am asking is for you to do the first thing, which could also be the last thing that you do with me. We'll do this one thing. It is the first thing we're doing together. Since I found out you are not who I thought you were, we'll do this one thing. It could be the last thing. That was one thing from 36 questions. I don't remember if I said that. Now I've got Natalie Cook from 36 questions. There is something to the ritual of setting some old shit on fire. A way of saying this now lives in memory. A way of saying it's only a memory. There is something to the ritual of setting a torch to what is gone. The Vikings did it to honor a memory, and now we do it to honor who I used to be. Let's say goodbye to Natalie. She was 33 tonight. We say goodbye to Natalie and her fake IDs. She was imaginary, which is why we say goodbye to her and hello to me. This is ridiculous. Why? I don't see why I have to join your little cremation ceremony. You're the one who made her up. It was a little bit more collaborative than you're remembering. All I want right now is the same thing I wanted 2 weeks ago. The truth. Why did you lie to me? And why does Natalie Cook exist in the first place? The person who I was on the day you and I met was deeply ashamed. I was deeply ashamed of who she had become, so deeply ashamed of what she'd done. And when you showed her the questions, the 36 questions, she looked ahead and saw who she wanted to be. She built a past, made up a history, details that fit this person named Natalie. Let's say goodbye to Natalie. She was 33 on her fake IDs. She was real to me. I don't expect for you to understand perfectly. I loved her too as much as you, and she'd want you to bury her with me. There is something to the ritual, the setting fire to the lie. A way of saying that's one win for honesty. What's done is done. Tonight, I say goodbye to Natalie. To Natalie and her fake IDs. She was imaginary. She was 33. May she rest in peace. It's just so good. It's just so good. Ooh, I'm gonna do Judith Ford. I'm gonna do Judith Ford. So from 36 Questions, because now I'm just singing an entire musical to you. You're welcome. I would have dinner with Judith. Okay? If I could have anyone over, it would be Judith, as much as it pains me to say. I wish it were somebody else, but given the choice of anyone in the world, the only person I'd want over for dinner is you. Yes, I'd have dinner with Judith, so I could ask questions, or maybe one question, who are you, and why were you living a lie? It would probably end in a fight, but once I knew the truth, the real truth, maybe I could stay strong and keep Judith up into the night. That'd be nice. Yes, I would break bread with the woman who lied to my face, because in my head I've been wondering how she kept up with this. To living a lie for so long, to string her husband along. How in the hell could she think that was okay? I'd have dinner with Judith, over Obama and over Rihanna, and even my celeb wife, Charlize Theron. I would die to dine with all three, but if I'm being real, and I want to be real, in a world full of people, the only person I'd want over for dinner is you. Yes, in a world full of people who all haven't hurt me the way that you hurt me, the only person I'd want over for dinner is you. That's the truth. That's the truth. That's the truth. Don't mind me, my phone just go buzz. For the record, this song blew up on TikTok, and it made me so happy because it's getting recognition. It's also from the 36 Questions. For the record, this is self-destructive. For the record, I'm aware of that. For the record, I've been picturing her body draped across the sofa, wearing nothing but her hat. For the record, I'm screwed. For the record, this can still go my way. For the record, I can keep my pride. All I have to do is keep us focused on the questions. Each one of her responses will remind me how she lied. That's the answer. That's what I'll do. I'll use the 36 questions as a lifeline. And of course I have sympathy for the pathological liar who did this to me. And yes, I admit, I wish I could touch her. But the questions will make one thing clear. There's nothing left of my old life to spare, as much as I may. Ta-da! What's up? What do you think? About what? My jersey. Go Seawolves. Yeah, go Seawolves. Anyway, I was just setting the table here. Oh, I don't know why I did that. That's weird. It makes perfect sense to me. It's kind of like a weird first date. They're okay. I'll get them. Yeah, I'll be right back. Stay with Judith Henry. We both check Twitter for our news. We both say the other is better at cooking. We both hate that kitchen island we built. We both need a glass of water on the bedside. Oh, we both need a glass of water on the bedside table. We both recycle purely out of guilt. We both have dreams much bigger than ourselves. We both think that's how to live. And we both eventually give. I tried so hard to separate who you are from who you were, but now I'm reevaluating how similar you are to her. You have the same voice and the same cadence when you speak. When I close my eyes, you still sound to me like Natalie. When I was with you, I was real. Am I in love with Natalie? When I was with you, I could be myself. Oh, who's right in front of me? With you, so real. Ooh, our word. Okay, the musical's so good. I'm just gonna sing you the whole musical, and you're gonna live with it, because it's so good. My heart.
Oh, yeah.
When I was a little girl, like really little, like 8 or so, I was playing in my father's study, a place in the house I wasn't supposed to go. My father fancied himself a sailor. His study was filled with nautical decor. He kept a boat and a bottle on the top of a shelf, and it shattered on the ground when I slammed the door. I told my mother everything, told her I was so sorry. She told me don't cry, when he comes home tonight, we can make everything okay. This is all we have to say. We don't remember a boat in a bottle. It must have fallen off its shelf alone. We know you loved it, we're so sad it's broken. But neither one of us was even home. And it's our word, yes, our word against his. So I hid screw-ups from my father, hit up school awards to please my mom. Whatever made the steak taste better, whatever kept the waters cold. My microphone is too good. You can just hear everything my mom's boyfriend says. That was awful. I don't know why I did that. Anyway, I was told to keep their secrets, and in turn they'd keep mine. As I got older, I got dumber. I couldn't help but cross the line. 3 times I nearly wrecked my life. 3 times I nearly came to ruin. 3 times went crying to my parents, who said they'd make it go away. Oh wow, my hand looks, whoa, it looks like it's going from like a black and white wood to color. I'm full of WandaVisioning it up in here. Who said they was paid to make the problems go away. Doesn't matter who gets screwed or who is blamed or what you need to do to clear your name. That inconvenient truth can be easily erased. When I was 26, I was living in New York. I developed some fun habits, put my white blood cells to work. I remember it so clearly. I was home alone on a Tuesday night. To level out, I'd pop some downers, but couldn't seem to get my mind right. I drew a bath and slipped into it, and suddenly became aware I couldn't keep my head above child. Eventually we had to send her home and be there a word days away. She's on a lot of medication. And I laughed and you laughed, saying you didn't want to be found out.